Let's deep dive into a critical address that touches on some of the most pressing global issues of our time. From the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine, to the humanitarian crises in Syria, Iraq and Ukraine, to global discussions on racism, climate change and the defense of family values, this speech, delivered by a world leader, calls for unity, justice and peace. Let's break it down.
The speech opens with a powerful statement on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The speaker stresses the urgency of a ceasefire in Gaza, but argues that the root problem is the continued Israeli occupation of Palestinian territories. They call for the creation of an independent, sovereign Palestinian state based on the 1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as its capital. The speaker also expresses strong condemnation of Israeli policies, particularly around Al-Aqsa Mosque, and highlights Turkey's historical support for the oppressed. While acknowledging no hostility towards the people of Israel, the speaker draws a firm line against the actions of the Israeli government.
Moving to Syria, Iraq, and other neighboring regions, the speech addresses the prolonged suffering from terrorism and conflict. The speaker emphasizes the need for political dialogue in Syria, in line with UN Resolution 2254, as a path to national reconciliation. In Iraq, there's mention of progress in the fight against terrorism, particularly against groups like the PKK, and calls for international support to help rebuild and stabilize the country. A similar message is echoed for Libya and Sudan, where Turkey pledges support for humanitarian aid and efforts to build trust between opposing sides.
The ongoing war in Ukraine also takes center stage. The speaker emphasizes the need for diplomacy and dialogue to uphold Ukraine's territorial integrity and sovereignty, expressing hope for a peaceful resolution despite the escalating arms race. Turkey reaffirms its commitment to the Montreux Convention, controlling the Black Sea Straits as part of its strategic role in the region, alongside supporting high-level dialogue and peace efforts between Azerbaijan and Armenia.
Turning towards global issues, Turkey plays an active role in international platforms like the G20 and BRICS. With a strong focus on sustainable development goals, we must call for global cooperation on technology, artificial intelligence, and climate change. It's really important for us to work together. The upcoming COP29 summit in Baku will be a crucial moment for climate action, especially for developing nations. We need equitable solutions around finance, technology transfer, and capacity building. And there's hope in Turkey's Zero Waste initiative, which has gained international attention.
The speech also addresses the rise of Islamophobia and racism around the world. The speaker calls out attacks on mosques and the desecration of the Quran, particularly in Europe. They urge the United Nations to take concrete steps in combating these trends.
On a more controversial note, the speaker strongly defends the traditional institution of family, criticizing what they call a global war against the sacred and human nature. They condemn what they see as inappropriate displays during public events and call for a united effort to protect family values.
As the speech draws to a close, the speaker appeals to the global community to work together in addressing injustices and conflicts. They express hope for the 79th United Nations General Assembly to be a turning point for peace and prosperity. Whether it's calling for peace between nations or defending the family unit, this speech sets a bold and often controversial agenda for Turkey's role in the world. At its heart is a message of solidarity with the oppressed, a call for global justice, and a vision for a more cooperative, inclusive future. Thank you for watching. As always, stay tuned for more updates on the global issues that matter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on this speech in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.